All right.
Now you're live.
Oh my God. What's up, guys? Oh, now at 20%. You've got to be kidding me. Right when we go live, of course, right?
Yeah. Well, we have your wide shot still.
Hold on.
We're gonna. Hi, everybody. I'm Troy.
Hi, everybody. That's Troy from Northwest Hunters Association.
That's me. So on my shirt.
Yep. I'm sure Troy has a couple choice words he can talk about for the next 2 minutes while Dan gets his shit together here. Oh my God.
Super excited. 20 days, Dan. 20 days.
I know. I cannot wait.
And we're gonna be in New Orleans. I know. I'm so excited.
This is about as ghetto rigged as we're gonna get here.
Can I get it? Oh, nobody wants me to sing. I forgot about that.
This is 8 hours worth of chords here.
It's going to be 8 hours of us, too. So get ready. Get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn. Get your seats. Get your pillows. Get your pillows.
It's going to be a show.
It's going to be a show to never forget. Where the hell is my cord? I'm trying to find.
Did you practice your musical numbers for tonight?
Me.
There you go. There you go.
Let's talk about Hauntcon. What's going on with Hauntcon? Where is my power cord? There it is. Found it.
It's in New Orleans, where we're going to be in 20 days.
I got it. All right.
Got it. I have my plane tickets. He's got his plane tickets. Yep. I have my room. He has his room. Not at my hotel, though, which sucks. But that's okay.
Are you at the main? We're at the main hotel.
I'm at the Spring Hill Suites, the host hotel. Yes, I am.
Yes,
with a bunch of other amazing haunters. I've got amazing haunters staying in my room with me.
So how many people are flying in with you?
Well, just me and my wife are flying in with me, but we've got a bunch of people from the Northwest. We have our friend Kelly, and we have some people from Coffinwood Cemetery. We've got some people up in northeastern Washington coming down. And we've got some people coming from the Nile Nightmare Haunted House. We even have a Canadian from Vancouver Island. I think she's the furthest one flying to Hauntcon, unless somebody's coming from England, because everybody else is probably on that side or in the Midwest. So
that's awesome.
Yes, Chandra from the Canadian Haunters. Yes.
Oh, Chandra's coming? This is awesome.
Yep.
This is awesome.
And we've got Patricia Langston coming from California. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of great people coming. We got people from all over coming. It's going to be awesome.
That is awesome. I am so stoked. Stoked. So let's talk about this now that we've got everything ready to go here.
We can see you. That's good.
Yes. I am Dan from Haunt Collective, and I have Troy from Northwest Hunters Association on here tonight live, and we're going to talk a little bit about Hauntcon and what it's all got to offer, and to kick off 2019 with one of the best conventions out there right now.
Yep.
So
I think it's going to be awesome.
Dude, amazing. So right now, I just got off the phone with Kyle. So he's coming down with we have a crew of 4 covering the show, and we are doing I don't want to say it officially, but we're kind of emceeing the show. So it's going to be, it's going to be awesome. We have our own little cushy chairs, and we're going to have microphones and a whole lot of stuff going on. But enough about what we're doing. I want to talk about Hauntcon and everything that it has to offer this year, and why somebody on the kind of like Troy, but another Troy out there that I was talking to earlier, was on the fence on going, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to go. And this is why you should go. I mean, let's start off. Troy, do you have the seminars pulled up on there? Like, there's over 70 hours of seminars. And
there's a lot. It actually takes too much bandwidth on my computer to hold all that information of all the classes. But yeah, there's one of the reasons that I'm excited personally to go is that a lot of the people that are teaching are people that have never taught, because I'm here in Portland, Oregon, and where it's currently pouring down rain out here. I have kids playing Fortnite inside, so it wouldn't have been a good audio. So now I have rain out here. I'm underneath a metal roof. But, you know, not a lot of those teachers have come out here to the West Coast. So for me to be able to go over there and see some of these new teachers, get some new information, and that's a lot of what I told the Northwest members as well, is that we've had kind of the same teachers every year. So let's go over there and let's go to them and let's see what they have to offer. And there are a lot of different classes. I went through Friday's classes and I was like, star, 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 star. So my Friday's pretty much full. So that's awesome. And, you know, there were so many different types of classes, and a lot of them said advanced. And so I'm really excited to see a lot more advanced, because I know that's what Liz and Mackenzie talked to me about as well, was that they really wanted to get a lot of advanced classes, because we're all haunters. We've all done this more than a year. So we know how to form a tombstone around, you know, shave it off and etch it in, and we know how to paint, basics, you know, so we want to know more into that, you know, and more into the business of doing haunts and home, you know, regulation, safety. I saw several safety classes in there with certifications and stuff. So that's awesome. Yeah, I'm just excited about all the new opportunities for people who haven't gone to other conventions to maybe go to this one and see some new teachers, you know, and experience some just, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Now, another thing that I really think is cool and unique to this show is the people that put on the show have really listened to what us as haunters are looking for, and it was amazing. It was great. It was grand. It's got its own unique kind of feel to it. But when I say they listen, let me just go back to that. When they say they listen to what we have to say, they had the seminars last year, just to piggyback off what you were talking about. They had the seminars last year off of the show floor, and it was actually a ways away from the show floor. And after the show, Liz, the one that runs the show, she's like, "So tell me what you thought. What were your?" Well, as much as I love the seminars, they were a bit a ways away. And she's like, "You know, I heard that from a couple other people," and like not even like 2 weeks later, she's like, "We fixed that problem." And are you still there?
No, I am. I just had a police car driving by, so I didn't want to have that audio.
Oh, it's police cars driving by too.
Well, look at that.
Like there's like 4 or 5 of them. I can hear them right now.
Oh, yeah. We should probably go inside then. Huh? I should go inside and hide, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway,
so what I was saying was, listen to what the haunters are saying, and they actually are taking the all of the seminars, all of the speakers, and they're bringing them and putting them on the show floor. And I'm not talking about putting them on the show floor where you get to see them and it's like brought open. They're building spaces for these people to talk. So it will be intimate, but yet it will be right on the show floor, which I think is awesome, because you don't have to, and it's like missing something. You're right there. Oh shoot, I forgot about this. Boom. You're right there within minutes. So it's really cool. I think that's an awesome idea, and I'm really appreciative that they were willing to do that. So
me and Mackenzie had, and Liz, because she was at West Coast last year, and we talked a lot then, and then we had several phone conversations, and that was pretty much what was talked about, was that, you know, what do you don't like at other conventions, what have you seen, what have you heard from other haunters, you know, feel, and pretty much everything was taken, you know, as very constructive criticism or constructive, advice. It was all listened to very well, you know. And you know, some of the stuff that some of us complain about with other conventions, you can't nature of conventions, it's the nature of business. We don't understand all that. You know, I want $1 million too, but you know, I can't have that, you know. So you know, but the listening was the biggest thing, and I think that's devoid of a lot of these conventions, because they are businesses and they can't always listen to everybody. But I found that was something very, you know, that that made me feel a part of it, and it made me feel like if one of my members said, hey, we like this or we want this, that I could easily just email them and say, hey, this, and I get an email response right back, you know, and it's just talking back and forth like friends, you know, and that's
Right.
really cool to be able to have that, you know. So I definitely saw with her saying that she wanted advanced classes. That's what a lot of them are. There are plenty of, you know, beginner classes in there too, you know, because there are always new haunters, you know.
Right.
So it's an extremely good mix, and that's what they asked for, and that's what they got. So
Yeah, and the fact that they're actually trying to strive to listen to us is amazing, because there are some shows out there they do, and I have no problems with them doing what they do. It's just there are the things. Let me backtrack once again and say the show in its infancy stages, it's a kind of a clean a slate and start over type of show, which makes it super intimate. So you can actually sit down and talk to a pro haunter, or a haunter that's been doing this for 20 plus years, or somebody who's part of the like the amusement park and attractions that are sitting there that, you know, that you would never get a chance to talk at these bigger shows. And from a haunter's standpoint, that is priceless, because you don't get those opportunities at our shows. And that's what I'm super excited about, super stoked about, is you get to sit down and talk to people that you would never get a chance to an opportunity to talk to at other events. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah. And I also like the fact that because it's co-located with the Halloween Party Expo, I might get to see the new skeleton animals for this year before anybody else does. And then I'll be like, I'm getting all of those, and you're not, because I know when they're going to be out.
Yep. Yeah.
And I have a friend here who gets a lot of them, and he's actually not going this year. They're going to go next year. And so I told him, I said, I may or may not. You may need to, you know, give me a little incentive out there before you see it at the store.
Right. Exactly.
So you know, I'm excited to see all those things. You know, I'm excited to see what that type of a show is as well. I mean, I've been to a couple of Halloween convention shows. I've never been to one where these people are buying a lot of products, you know, and where they have big pocketbooks, you know. And so I'm excited also from hearing from some of the real big success stories from last year, from some of the vendors that were on the Hauntcon side, that they got some pretty awesome deals from some wholesalers, you know. And I'm excited to, I want to see that happen many more times this year. You know, and to hear that is super great for those haunters, you know, and for those vendors. So
exactly. And when we went there last year, we talked to the retail side, and we talked to the Hauntcon side, the haunters and retail, and they are two totally separate entities under one roof.
Right.
But honestly, and when I talked to these big CEOs, was seeing about Hauntcon side and how they loved it there, because it inspired them to find the new things that people were building and making, and had the opportunity to go talk to these people firsthand versus trying to catch them at another show when they don't have the time to do that.
Yeah.
So, and for haunters and these prop makers and stuff like that, to have an opportunity to have a retail company come to them and say, hey, I like what you're doing. Can you make 20,000 of these for, you know, all of our retail stores to sell as a one-off and that? And the haunt industry has such a unique way the haunt industry is set up is so unique, where it is not necessarily business to business, but it's not business to customer either. It's person, you know. It really changes how everything is set up. So it's a very unique animal, and I'm glad that Halloween Expo has partnered with Hauntcon and has created this unique show. I think it's going to be awesome.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of walking. So I don't do well with walking because I drive all day, and there's no Taco Bell at the other end of the thing. There's no like goal line for me, so this is gonna be a little tough to walk all that way. But
well, I think the walking is going to be more than it was last year because they've doubled the amount of vendors this year than they did last year, and I know that the retail side is like twice the size of the Hauntcon, and rightfully so. I mean, the Halloween Expo has been going on forever. Right. So, and some of the pictures and some of the things everybody's seen online saying, "Oh, it's not busy, it's not this." And it's like, well, it's not a show for, every single haunter in the world to go to because it's a show that was retail based. So you have one person that shows up with a checkbook that's the size of every haunter that shows up at these other shows. So right. I mean, for somebody not to want to go to this and say because there's not a lot of traffic is ridiculous because it's all about networking and getting in front of those people that have the big pocketbooks. So I don't know.
And it's not like you had a camera set up 24 hours in there either, watching the comings and goings. If you film it at 2:00 in the afternoon and there's a class going on there's 4 classes going on, you've got nobody on the trade show floor. It happens at most of the shows where in between classes, those show floors are busy. And when it's not, when the classes are on, everybody's doing classes. So, and I think you're going to see that more this year with the classrooms being in the trade show floor, is that they're going to be able to go, and there's a class right there that I wanted to take and I forgot about it. So I'm just going to walk right over there and take it instead of having to walk across a walkway or a breezeway or walk across to another part of the hotel. They can just go right there. So I think the teachers are also going to see that they're going to have even more people in their classes. Yes. And that's just great for everybody, because as we all know, sharing of information doesn't stop after the class is over. Okay. We either stay and hang out in the classroom and talk, and then afterwards, all that information gets pushed out onto Facebook or on the that, and it gets shared, and that's huge. So the more people in those classes, the more people that couldn't make it this year will get that information as well, downstream, and that's,
absolutely,
it's
absolutely. I agree 100%.
Valuable, yes.
Yes. So let's shift gears a little bit. I want to talk about the party because the way that Hauntcon and Halloween Party Expo put together the party that we went to last year was nothing short of unbelievable.
I watched your videos and I sat here moping.
Oh my gosh. It was the way, and it's at the same event. It's at the same place. It's at I can't remember the name of it, but it's at a old sugar mill, which they converted into a convention hall. So it's got on one side, it's got a huge dance floor, liaison, and then on the head side, there's an area in between where they serve the food, and then there's the other side, which was just as large with 3 bars, and they have projectors on both sides and 2 different DJs. So the way they had set it up, they had a Hauntcon side and they had a Halloween Expo side, but everybody pretty much moved back and forth. Now, the DJ last year for the Hauntcon side was, he's not coming back. So, but the DJ for the Halloween Expo side was off the hook. Ridiculous. So the way we have it set up, and when I was talking to Liz, she said that we're going to have 2 amazing DJs, and it's open bar, like till freaking midnight. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm gonna have to prepare my liver.
Oh, dude, it's off the hook. And the best part about it is, now I've been to a lot of shows, whether it's Comic-Cons or it's haunt conventions. The parties afterwards, like the DJs and the parties, you can't talk to people, you can't interact with people, you can't mingle, you can't talk shop, you can't network. Period, because the music is so loud. And there's no food. Yeah. You have to get there at like 6:30 when they open at 7 to get like one little hors d'oeuvre, and otherwise it's gone. But the way they have it set up here is the food comes out in waves, and it's there all night. I mean, it's good, and we're talking New Orleans, so we're talking Southern food that you're not going to get in crawfish. We're talking seafood. it was a seafood like mac and cheese. Oh my God, it was so delicious. I must have went out there like 4 times. But nonetheless, the liaison or the middle area that you're in, it's perfect for talking, and you end up mingling. And that's where we did our live feed for interviewing like haunt characters and stuff like that, because you could sit down and talk to somebody, but the music's still playing, so you're still getting that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect venue, and this place is set up. It's 2 levels. I mean, it's just wait. They had, oh my gosh, I just can't explain how amazing it is. The show is awesome. It didn't go down there just for the party. That's how amazing it is. So,
wow.
I've never been to.
Yeah, because usually at other places I've been at a couple of the other ones I've been at, people have kind of come and gone. Or they'll go down there for a little bit, do the costume judging, or hang out, dance a little bit, get a little food, get a drink, and then they disappear up to a hotel room, or they go walk around the city or whatever. And so I didn't see much of an empty floor when I was watching your videos, and it was going till late, and there was still a crap ton of people in there. So it seems like people don't want to leave, so that's good.
It was morning, and we did our closeout video, and we were still pushing people out of the way. The lights were on, and they had security pushing us out. Haunters usually Haunters usually close the bar anyway, but this was a place where everybody could go, and everybody did go, and they did it right, and they understood that this is an event that network in as well as have a good time at, and they nailed it. I mean, they nailed it. And I can't wait. And they said they're the same location. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Just hands down. Can't wait for the party.
Awesome.
Can't wait for the party.
Well, it'll be even more of a better party because I'll be there.
Oh my gosh. So dude, we got people coming from all over the place. All over the place. Everywhere.
I know.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I know. What? How many days away?
20. Well, okay, 19 and like 3 hours. Well, 2 hours, 1 hour for you.
Well, yeah, 1 hour for me. It's 19.
Yeah, My night's still young. I have plenty to do still. Yeah, I mean, once I talked to, Liz and Mackenzie about the Northwest sponsoring it. And I immediately started talking to our members. A lot of them expressed interest in going. A lot of them said the same thing. I've wanted to go before, but it's kind of a far thing and blah, 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 and I haven't heard a ton good about it. So then I started talking to them about it a little bit and telling them what Liz and Mackenzie told me, what they talked to me about, what they wanted to know from us, and the people into why not? It's January. What else are we doing?
Right. It's kicking off the 2019 season.
Right. And then I said, you get to see all the Halloween stuff before it gets put in the stores. You get to see some new vendors that we don't get over here. And that actually sparked a lot. And people have been looking at the vendor floor the last couple of weeks, and they've noticed that there's a lot of them that we haven't seen before.
Right.
And
exactly.
I was talking to somebody last night, and they were like, yeah, but I don't know those companies. And I'm like, that's good, because you don't know what they have. So you're going to be surprised. You'd be like, I didn't even know you sold this. Give me 10.
Right.
Exactly. So I think that's going to be great that we're going to be able to see some new stuff that we haven't been able to see. I know some other companies are debuting. I know a certain shirt egg, which is going to be. So it's going to be a wait.
Yeah. So before we get into anything more here, I just want to let anybody know that's watching. If you guys have any questions, I just pulled up my feed. So I want to say hi to Haunttown. So I don't know if
he'll be there.
Who is Haunttown?
Oh, he is. Steve's going to be there. That's Steve Spencer, my good buddy. He lives about
cool.
5 hours north of me. It takes forever to get to his haunt, but he has an amazing home haunt. It's not a home haunt. It's a pro haunt, but it feels like a home haunt because he uses he's an amazing haunter. Does it almost all by himself. So it's him and his wife. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Yes. Steve, does he have a YouTube channel? I'll have to go check him out.
I believe he does. I believe it's under Haunttown. I've actually done a couple of his videos for him.
Well, I was just thinking about this right now. He's obviously chatting on YouTube, so he must have a channel, right?
Yeah, right. You'll get there, Dan. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Ascend the Clown Haunter said he's excited to see the Morris costume props. They are always fun.
Yes.
It's always fun, and no knock on what they do, but it's always fun to see what they decide to steal from us as haunters every year.
Of course. Hey, you know what? We're inspirational and we help them sell products. So it'll all evolve. It'll all full circle. You can't get mad at people, taking your go along and say, hey, you know what? I made something so awesome that a company wants to make it.
Yep. This is true. This is true.
I think that's the way everybody should take it, but everybody's different.
So a says, I'm just wondering, is Trick or Treat Studios at the Expo? Yes, they are. We were there last year.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to sit down and talk with them. I will be getting a chance this year to sit down and talk with them. I know they're on the list of people that we are interviewing on stage with new products and new props. So yes, they are there. And yes, we will bring you information and stuff in regards to Trick or Treat Studios. All about learning tricks of the trade. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Steve, there's lots of things to learn, and it's all included if you buy that pass.
That's right.
You can
get
watch
your full weekend pass. And I think there's Hauntcon's been putting all kinds of deals on there today. They did something about a hotel. You get like $50 off the hotel, and then another $50 if you talk to some vendors.
Really?
And there's the 20% off code. And they put up something today about a big $100 deal that you can make $100 being at the show. That's awesome.
Really? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. It was up like a couple hours ago, I think.
Really?
I know.
I know they put the one up, but that ended at midnight on the 4th for 20% off, or I think it was 20% off. Mm-hmm. By the time I got that and went to reload it, I realized that
it was already done. Yeah.
Well,
and if you're part of an association, almost every association that is sponsoring them, I know AZ Haunters, Chicago Haunt Builders, Northwest, we all have codes, link pages that get you. Yeah, Haunt Collective does too. Yep. And I think Hunter's Toolbox does too.
Link. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Hunter's Toolbox has it. What's the other one? The other podcast.
Oh.
Big Scary Show has one too.
Yes. Drew. So, I always love hanging out with Drew.
Drew's a good dude. He'll be there. I know that. If he's not, I know Big Scary Show will be there.
As far as I know, Drew said he's going to be. Oh yeah. Drew is going to be roommate on our group page.
Oh, perfect.
So I think he found one.
Yes, that's right. Because I know I was going to repost, but he already found something. So, we'll see you there, Drew.
Yep.
What else is going on? What else are you excited to see? I'm trying to think. Are you going on any bus tours or anything like that, Troy?
I don't. We haven't talked about it yet because I know that we've got so many people to see and so many figured out which one we're going to go on yet. I think if I did go on one, it'd be the Friday one, because I want to see, because we're getting in Thursday morning, and I know there's other people getting in and stuff like that. And I think my wife wants to eat Gator, so we have to do lots of touristy stuff because this trip is also kind of for our anniversary.
Yes, and happy anniversary, pre-anniversary.
Yep.
I want to tell you, and if your wife is listening, Gator is so delicious. That's all I ate was Gator bites. Anywhere I went, I must have ate 6 pounds of Gator bites in 2 days that we were there.
I'm gonna try it, and anybody that knows me knows that if I try something like that, that's a big thing.
Troy, it's amazing.
I'm going to.
I'm not kidding.
I'm gonna try several things.
Do a live feed. You and I will do a live feed just eating Gator bites.
Okay, because I've never had Gator. This will be great. Okay,
oh my gosh,
super excited.
Dude, and you can
just shove all this random Southern food down my mouth and see what I end up doing. It'll be hilarious.
New Orleans is awesome because you can get one for the road, and it's legal. So you can go to the bar. You go to the restaurant.
Oh.
You get a drink. Okay. You finish it, and then you get your bill, and they say, "Do you want to take one for the road?" Yes, please.
Yes, please.
You walk out. You walk out with a beverage in your hand. It's amazing. So,
yes, please. I'm down.
Yes, please. So,
I'm gonna need some bail money.
So
I call my mom.
I was going to go down Wednesday. I am going down Thursday. I want to try and take in the haunt tour. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Because I have so much going on. I don't know if it's going to be possible or not, but I'm certainly willing to try. Because I love haunted houses, so anything that's haunt related.
Oh yes.
So get back to a couple questions here and get caught up. Trip 27 says, so is this convention you went to last year where you said next time you'd stay in an actual haunted house and leave Liz in a room by herself with a camera? No, that was in St. Louis. And we stayed at a haunted house. It was an actual haunt, like it was haunted.
Right.
And
an actual haunted house.
We went through, we did a ghost tour, and Liz almost peed herself like 6 times. So
I can't wait to see that, because I've never met Liz and Kyle. So that's going to be great, because I want to meet them, and I cannot wait. No, because you never bring them with you when you come to things out here with me. So,
that will change this year.
Right.
That will change this year.
Oh,
so
good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see Liz get scared. And if you need any help with that, I'll be there all weekend. So I will.
Yes, it's definitely going to be fun. Liz has been preparing. The last time she got scared was in July when we went to the Oddities show, and there was there was a haunter there, and he scared the poop out of her on camera. So it was perfect. It was amazing.
Nice.
Let's see. I just want to grab a couple more here. Send the Clown Arrow says, I always wait to see videos of the expo, and I'm always excited for it all year. I'm always excited for it all year. So we're gonna post a bunch of videos on the retail side and on the Hauntcon side. Make sure, if you guys have not subscribed, go into the YouTube search and search for Hauntcon. I'll also put a link down below when I'm done with all this to go like the Hauntcon YouTube page, because that's where we're going to be going live. We probably won't do much live from the Haunt Collective page. It will be from the Hauntcon page, and obviously you'll get that link down below. So make sure you guys go subscribe over there. Hit that notification bell so you are alerted when we do go live. So I put that plug in there now. Haunttown says it tastes like tacos, Troy. Yes,
it does. It does. You know what? I will just say it does.
They do have tacos. They do have Taco Bells in New Orleans, just so you know.
It's 11 minutes away from the convention. I've already mapped it out. Yeah, I did. It's 11 minutes. I'm taking an Uber. Don't worry about it.
That's awesome. That's another thing. If anybody's flying in and you're not driving in, take an Uber. It's the cheapest way to get to your hotel from the airport. Good job bringing that up, because I know it's like, to take a taxi, it's like $50.
And that's what the shuttle is too.
Yeah, to take the shuttle, it's $50. So if you take a taxi and you have 3 or 4 of you that are pitching in, that works. But on Uber last year for us, for 3 of us, was $25. And they were there just as quick. So it's definitely, if you guys are going down there, make sure you Uber it. Or Lyft.
Well, a lot of times, if you sign up, if you've done an Uber before, like me, I've never done an Uber before. You can, I believe, if you get on the app, you can get I think it's like $15 off your first ride. Yeah. So like hotel or from the airport to the hotel could be like $5 or $10.
Yeah.
So
it's totally worth it, because you can save that money and buy cool haunt shit when you get there. Then.
That's right. There's also a bus pass that you can buy online. And I will put it in the comments of this page as well, that you can buy, because the buses there like exact change, like it's almost like required. So you're not going to get any change back. We'll put it that way.
Right.
But you can buy these passes, and they come in like 1, 3, and 5 day passes. And then you can do it on your phone, or you can do it with the pass. And then you just get that, and you can get on the transit there a lot. And there is a trolley, I heard, that goes right down the convention road, that goes up to the French Quarter and stuff like that too.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to be on a lot.
The French Quarter is amazing. If you're down there, you got to go at least one night. I know a lot of haunters. I can't remember what night it was. I want to say it was Saturday night. Nope.
No, because the party's Saturday night.
No, last year the party was on Friday night. Saturday night, we all went down to the French Quarter and went to Madame Lazelle's spooky shop. What's it called? The place where they have the voodoo dolls.
Yes, the dollar voodoo dolls or whatever.
Yeah, so I got,
yeah.
I got in trouble because I tried to video in there.
Oh yeah, no video.
Yeah, no video. But
yeah, respect the signs.
Yeah, and it's really cool because you think it would be dark and like evil and stuff like that, but you walk in there and you get really heavy. I got a heavy chest. So like, there's a lot of weird stuff that's in there. There's a lot of spiritual stuff that's in there. But it's really, really cool. And you get a lot of cool voodoo dolls that do positive things, not just the negative things that they have.
I don't want a positive one. I need a negative one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. So, one night, pretty much all the hunters head out and hit the streets. And that's where last year we really did some damage with
so that could be it. That could maybe be Friday night this year. Yeah. Right. Because if people don't go on the haunt tour or when they come back from the haunt tour, then we can all.
And you can walk if you don't want to take the bus or the shuttle. You can walk. I mean, it's a little bit of a hike. I think it's not bad. We walked last year.
Yeah, I think it is, as long as it's good weather, I'm walking. Yeah. I'd rather walk with a bunch of people. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely, it was a good time. And like I said, it's big. It's big. It's a big show. And it's worth it to go. But at the same point in time, you have time to sit down and talk to people one-on-one. And that's really what it comes down to, is just all that intimate one-on-one opportunities that you're going to get. And I'm like I said, I'm really excited to go. I'm really excited. Yeah. Is there anything you're excited to, like, the one thing you're excited to see, Troy? Is there one thing, like, if you had to pick one thing that you're like, fuck, I can't wait to see that? Is there one thing?
I think just the trade show floor. I think because, I've been to West Coast, I've been to MHC, so I've seen kind of the two extremes, minus Transworld. I haven't been there. But it to see the retail side of it along with what haunters are doing and hang out with both. I think that's my biggest draw for this year. And then the classes would be my second one thing.
Yeah. We I have to say, I'm excited to see who this sounds bad, but who scares Liz? Because last year we ended up getting an opportunity to sit down and have an interview with the CEO of
wasn't it Ruby's?
Ruby's, that's what it was. And when we went in there, like, when you go there, like Ruby's costume and a couple of the other big names, their whole show, their whole venue is walled in. Like, you walk up and it's like an office, and you talk to somebody at a desk to get an interview, to get in to see these costumes. You can't walk by and see them. Everything is walled off. And Liz, the person that runs Hauntcon and Halloween Expo, can't even get into these things. You have to be a vendor that's willing to spend X amount of dollars to get into some of these things, to see what's happening for the fall season. And we walked up there being told prior that you're probably not going to get an interview, but that doesn't stop us. So we walked up there and we were talking to somebody, and he's like, why don't you come back at this time and we'll see if he's available. And we're talking about the owner, CEO of Ruby's Costume. And we're like, yeah, we'll come back. And so Liz and Kyle walked away. And the one guy, because Liz made some comment about being scared. There's nothing scary behind these walls. Is that why you guys wall it in? And the guy's like, oh, no, there's nothing scary back here, And then they walked away, and I was still talking to him. He's like, what's going on? What's your story? And I'm like, oh, dude, it's a running thing where, we scare the crap out of them. Or we scare the crap out of Liz. And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm totally in. I have to know how I can do it. So that, I think, really, that's what sealed the deal in us getting an interview, is because he got the chance to scare Liz. Sorry, Liz, if you're watching. But so we did the interview, and he put this pig mask on, and I know that we posted that link, and I can I watched it. It was fun. I'll put it in there. Liz is talking. We're doing like a little skit on It and the new It costume, and he put a pig mask on, and he came around the corner and scared the bejesus out of her, and it was hilarious.
It was
and
awesome.
He's like, I can't wait till next year. I can't wait till next year. Are you guys coming next year? Oh yeah, we'll be here next year. Liz is like, oh great, here we go. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I can't wait.
That'll be fun.
I just can't wait to see how far it goes with Liz, and with retail. They're getting into the whole scare the crap out of Liz thing. It's gonna be fun to see who and what happens on stage, because all of our stuff this year is gonna be live. So
yeah, nice.
It's really gonna be. It could be a train wreck, or it could be a great show. I mean, either way, you should just tune in and watch.
Right. Either way, you're gonna have fun. That's
Yeah. So
well, and maybe that's another thing with having the Hauntcon side and having us haunters be there, because everybody knows at all these haunt conventions, the haunters are the ones that make it the party and make it fun, make it social. We bring the community, and so these vendors weren't really used to that. Like, these vendors were in here just walking around, here's some money, here's some money, here's some money. Yep. I like that. My buyer told me to buy that. Where now they get to have something like you guys come in and they get to have fun. I'm sure these guys had fun after hours, but during the trade show, they probably never had any fun. Now that we're there, we get to walk around. They get to see us having fun over there. They get to come over to the Hauntcon side and have fun with us. We get to go over there and have fun,
Yeah, and speaking of fun, it's another thing that I've never seen on a trade show floor is Hauntcon had an actual live DJing on the trade show floor. So there was music.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was actually freaking cool. And
that's cool.
It was a good DJ. Like, you walked into the Hauntcon area and it was like a DJ spinning records, and it's like, that's cool. That's cool.
I dance really good. I'm a good dancer.
Well, yeah. Well, we're all white.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just little things. And the other thing, they have charging stations, and they have water on the show floor. That's another thing that I never thought until I saw it, and that was at the Hauntcon. They have water. They have bubblers, like those water, just the upside down 50-gallon jug. They have water on the floor. It's free. You can get a glass of water. You can fill up your tumbler, whatever you want to do. I thought that was really cool, unique, and thoughtful, because you do a lot of walking, and you need to hydrate for the night before, from the night before. So it works out.
Yeah, I think it's more of that than it's hydrating while you're walking. Yeah. They have Advil stations too?
No, but I'll tell you what. For the first 50 people that ask me, I will give Advil out.
So, get you those little medical cups.
Yep, I know. I'm gonna have at least 2 people coming up to me and go, "Hey, you got Advil?" Yeah, I'll have
it. Right. Hey, that means they watched the show, so that's good.
That's true. I'm trying to think about what else was cool. What else is cool?
And how many people are going to be there too? That's going to be awesome. I mean, just all the different haunters that there's a bunch of new haunters that go to other conventions that have never been here. So this is going to be great that we all get to hang out. It's kind of a reunion again. There's a lot of us who talk pretty regularly online, but we haven't been able to see each other since last year. So it's going to be right. And we always have a great time, hanging out together. So
the one thing that I have to point out that I'm super excited about, and I forgot to talk about earlier when we were talking about seminars, is they are doing a fire code seminar. So they're bringing in fire departments. I don't know who it is, but it's whoever wrote the codes. They're talking about all the new codes that pertain directly to professional haunted houses, which is super awesome, because that shit ranges all over the place, and you never know what you're going to come up with, and you can ask these people. It's going to be open forum, so after they run their thing, there's going to be questions that are going to be asked, and these are the people that, and I don't want to say invented this shit, but know it inside and out. It's going to be awesome. That's another cool thing that I've never seen at any other show, is that. So
good. I know that was one that was brought up to me too, and it's been brought up before at from the Northwest of a class about fire code specifically, and those that fire codes. Yes, there is a federal line, and then there's what the fire marshals want to do in each city and state and county and stuff like that. So obviously the best thing to do is know that baseline, which you'll learn at this class, and then you go talk to your fire marshal, go talk to your city, and say, this is what I want to do. Where in that baseline do I need to be for you? Because it will be different. Nobody will be able to have the same exact thing. Yeah,
you're correct. So and honestly, you got to look at it this way. That's that guy's job is on the line. So he's going to make sure that this place doesn't burn down, and you can't get angry at the guy for telling you that, you have to have this X, Y, and Z correct before you open, because, you got to have it open, and it's his job. And if the place burns down, his ass is on the line. So
exactly. And the best thing to do is to make them your friend early. Get them in June, May and June and July. Say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my sketch. This is what I'm doing. Come see it. Come hang out. Get to know them. And then usually they might fudge a little on a few things here and there, for you.
Here's an insider tip. When I owned a haunted house, we brought the fire department in way earlier, showed them everything that was happening, and then asked for their input. Like, what did you think of this scare? And honestly, they got excited about it. And we used some of their ideas just to humor them. And they're like, oh, they used our ideas. So really, we took that personal level and we brought it towards us. And
absolutely.
And it really worked out in our benefit, because then we had them in our pocket. We had them in our pocket because, they were excited because we were using their ideas, and it was a really cool idea. And I'm glad we did it. But anyway. So I think we covered that. We covered the parties. We covered the tours. We covered the show. We covered the hours of seminars. I don't know. Anybody else have any questions? It's going to be a good time. If somebody's looking to go to a show, and they're trying to make a decision, what would be the game changer, or what would be the deal breaker, is the fact that you get to talk to people face to face versus in a large crowd. I've been to, I'm trying to think. I've been to pretty much every show that's out there for the haunted attraction industry and the Halloween industry. And this show is the one where I got to talk to people that I've never got to sit down and talk to. Like, I get a handshake and let's get together. And then it's an email here and there. This is hey, I'm Dan. You are who? Let's talk. And you get a good 5-10 minutes with somebody that you wouldn't get a 5-10 minutes with anywhere else in this industry at any other show. And that's what's really cool about this show. That's really what I'm excited for. The haunt tours are always cool. I mean, you can get haunt tours anywhere. But really, this show it's all about the haunters. And it's really, that's what's going to bring everything else to this show, is the haunters. As soon as the haunters get a good base and we start showing up in large quantities, the vendors will show up. But in reality, I mean, how much stuff are you going to really buy at a show that you're out of town from? I mean, I know there's other shows out there that you do get your stuff from, and that's where, if you're a pro haunt, that's where you go. But this is for community. This is, in my eyes, this is not Hauntcon talking. This is my opinion. This is where you go to create. This is where you go to network. This is where you go to talk to people and get ideas and bounce ideas off of other people, and get to talk to some big names that really have a lot of pull in the industry. And that's really what it comes down to. And I'm super excited about it.
Well, and a lot of times if you talk to the vendors and because you're able to do that at a show like this, instead of trying to if you have money or not, get out of my way, I only want to talk to you if you have money type of thing. This one is, you can talk to these vendors, hang out with them, much like some of the other shows, but not as many as, all of them. But, you can sit there and talk to them. If you were to buy something from them right there, but they don't have it or you can't take it, there are some that will offer you free shipping, or say, hey, I will buy this from you now, and then when you're done with it, ship it to me, and sit there and talk with them and actually create a relationship with them. You're going to be able to work with them in the future, and you're going to have a good relationship when the shipping happens and all that kind of stuff. And I know there's companies that have issues with that and some don't. And, but if they know you and they talk to you at the show and they know what you're about and they know you're serious, then they're going to bend over backward to keep you as a customer. So don't think that, well, I want to buy a bunch of props, but I can't be able to take them home with me. All it is an ask and say, hey, what do you offer? I want to buy $10,000 worth of stuff. I obviously can't fit it in my suitcase,
Right.
So they'll generally work with you, many of them have specials throughout the weekend, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. And if I had
it's not all cash and carry.
Yeah, if I had to label this more along, I mean, we all know the big ones, the Trans Worlds, the Midwest Haunters conventions. West Coast is up there too. Midsummer Scream, all those shows. This one fits in between Trans World and Midwest Haunters convention. It's a show for the doer.
Seems like
it's a show that has more masks and more props and more for actors. And I think that's good because that's what the retail side can bend for too, because it goes that way. This isn't a prop show. I mean, it is. There's props there, but it's not big stuff. It's not what you're going to see when you.
It's going to be your handheld stuff. It's going to be your weapons and your accessories and things to complete the look of your haunt, not be the prop that brings people in.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Which we all need that stuff.
Absolutely. And eventually, hopefully, it gets to that point. But at this point in time, that's what it is right now, and I think it's just fine.
Because it's up to us to show up and buy stuff and talk to people and get vendors excited and get vendors that didn't go, that get them jealous that, hey, crap, those companies made more money again, and these and look at all these haunters are excited about these companies that we weren't there. Right. Why weren't we there? So.
And that's really what it comes down to. These vendors that don't go, it's going to take a couple years for them to, there's the early adopters that take the dive and win or lose. And then there's those ones that come in a year or two later and decide, well, he won, I'm going to try and win. Yeah. And then pretty soon, as soon as the whales start walking in the door, and everybody will be coming. So, and if the show doesn't fit them, then the show doesn't fit them and it goes a different direction. But I can tell you right now, the way that this show is run, nobody's going anywhere. I mean, it's so well put together. It's the best haunt show that I've ever been to from a professional standpoint. Nice. It's just well run, and I can't wait to go. And I can't wait to see everybody in like 19 days now. Because
I know,
a half hour until 19 days. But I
know, half an hour.
So I don't know. I think that's. You got any last words? Anybody else have any other questions? No, but I think we got a couple people chatting here. Anybody else have any questions? Oh,
I think this is going to be great.
So
can't wait to see everybody. I did.
I just got a message from Chandra. She's like, "Hey, stranger, will you be at Hauntcon?" Maybe you could.
Chandra, rewind this about a half an hour.
Yeah, right. She just emailed me. It's like, are you kidding me, Simon? Yeah, well,
we just talked about you.
I still owe her a shirt she won a shirt from when I was on Haunt Chat Live, and I apologize to anybody else that's watching.
Now you can bring it.
5 winners, and there's shirts sitting right over there. I just suck at sending stuff out. I suck at sending stuff out. I do.
It did take quite a while for me to get my shirt, when I joined your crew there. So, I expect that. That's fine. Good things come to those who wait.
Yes.
Till Hauntcon.
Indeed.
Yep. But I did hear that there is a gaggle of old people that will be coming to this show too. I don't really know how that's going to fit in with the demographics of everybody, but I did hear there's going to be quite a lot of elderly, really offensive people that are going to show up, because elderly people don't have to worry about being offensive. They can do whatever they want.
What? Wait,
I did hear.
What elderly people are coming?
There's going to be quite a contingency of elderly people. Hauntcon is trying to reach out to all phases of the haunt community, and there is one that's really kind of neglected, and it's the super elderly people. No, but we're maybe talking 75, 85 years or older.
Oh my God, really?
So it's walkers and canes and hospital gowns and
so are they coming with black plastic and spaghetti?
They're coming with, they're coming with vigor, and maybe, I don't know how long that's going to last, but some of them may have to be propped up. But I think, I think Saturday night is when I heard that they were going to the elderly, the old folks home van was going to finally drop them off. They said it's going to take a while to get them all there. They kind of walk a little slow to get on that bus. So once they get off that bus, though, I heard that they can bust a move on that dance floor. So we're going to have to see what happens.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
So
not for some people who are behind those old people, but
So Triv says, "Oh Lord, Wilbur will be in attendance?" ?
What? I do need to check. He is low on his Ovaltine and low on a couple of his pills. I don't know if the doctor will let him come, but we'll see what we can do about that. With the government shutdown, he can't get his pills, so. So he's out on the street trying to get him on from the homeless people there. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, Triv says Dan's going to need extra hex dolls. Yes, I probably will.
Yeah, yes, maybe some depends as well.
Yeah, it all depends. I'm here all night.
Oh yes, you are. Nobody else will be, but you will.
Yes.
Dan, we need another weekend like we had before. I saw Gordon again. I saw Gordon the fisherman again.
Gordon?
I saw Gordon. Gordon. We need another weekend together, buddy.
Yes, we do, and it's coming in a little over 20 days. So I'm super excited.
Yes.
I'm going to. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up I'm gonna vlog the weekend, and then put together, because we have rights to all the content, so we can use that content later with all our interviews.
Nice.
But I'm really excited to just hit it.
Yeah.
All the live stuff is done with. There's no post-production at night, like no staying up till 3 a.m. in my room after the show's over and trying to get content out. And then I'll just put together some vlogs and do like day 1, 2, 3, 4 as we're there. That way we can.
I'll have my camera with me too. Stuff. So
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Oh look, Hauntchat Live just popped in. Said Wilma.
Hauntchat Live, those guys.
Yeah, those guys. Wilma and Willie will be there. Who's Wilma and Willie?
And I heard we are going to have a nurse there that's going to take care of us and make sure we're fully stocked of our pills as well. So we will have a handler.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait for that. It also says here. And
they will not.
I'm really not too sure what they're talking about here, but this is how come you have 2 cameras, but Troy is doing all the talking. Is that a cut on you or me? I really don't.
I don't know. I think that's on you. I think that's on you. It only takes me to have one camera.
It takes one camera for you, but I have 2 because why not? I spent all day.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Gordon the fisherman still doesn't beat me spotting Freddy Krueger in Yellowstone on vacation. Yeah, Triv, I'm still waiting for your videos on Yellowstone, by the way.
Yeah, video didn't happen. We have video of Gordon, and we have full on video of Gordon.
Oh my God!
In the rain outside a Red Lobster.
Yeah,
you cannot beat that. He was outside the Red Lobster.
No, I mean when you go to
he was picketing.
When you go to Washington State, where do you go? You go to Red Lobster, right? Because you can go to Red Lobster anywhere in the world.
Jim makes sure to take people to the best restaurants in Washington when you go there.
Thank you, Jim.
I love Jim. Yeah, Jim. Now he's in Omaha, so he can take you to the Golden Corral.
Yes. Indeed.
They have a Red Lobster there too.
Trev, you have to send me pictures of Freddy because I want to see pictures of Freddy. Yeah. He's got it on here. He's like, I have
photoshopping.
No photoshopping.
No photoshopping that.
I gotta see the real Freddy here. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I really don't know what else to say except for 20 days. 20 days. So.
Yep.
You got anything else?
I'll be there.
To this conversation?
Nope. Just get your tickets, get your seminars, get your workship tickets bought.
Links
get your plane tickets
below for discounts. Massive discounts.
Yep.
When I say massive, it's
and
really,
get there
to come
see me.
Discount.
Right.
Yeah,
and the discount. Hey, it's free money.
discounts to discounts right down below. And if you are out on the West Coast and you want to support Troy, go get his discounts over there, somewhere over there.
I don't get anything for it, so don't think that I'm going to get anything for it. I don't.
I keep talking.
Dan's leaving. Dan's leaving, evidently. So I guess Dan's.
I'm ready to shut it out. I got to go all the way over here to
he has to go in a different room to shut it down. So he has a room with 2 cameras, and then he has his other room with his computer in it. It's that you guys see the ego? It takes up 2 rooms in there.
Oh boy.
I will
say. Oh boy. Do we want to chat after we go off the air? Do you want to bring?
No. I have to go drink. I have to go drink and go play golf. I know, 10 o'clock at night. I got to go play golf, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hit some balls and get drunk.
All right. Well, you have fun. Thank you, Troy, for coming on. Everybody, thanks for watching, and we will see everybody in less than 20 days. So, thank you, guys.
Get there.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Hauntcon!